In France, you don't really sell anything. I mean, these conversations don't feel like promotional. I genuinely feel like we're just talking about a movie that I worked on. I always kind of identified with her kind of transient nature. She was like a digger and explorer. When I acquainted myself with the script and really delved into her real life, I was really shocked that it's not a more widely known story. That, you know, it was really ironic that it was so successfully submerged, you know. So being a part of vindicating that light that was kind of put out by an oppressive government was really just deeply satisfying and cool. Yeah, I've never had to fight too hard against that, though. I think if you embrace that viewpoint, if you kind of believe in that power, it has the power that you give it. Whereas if you can possess your narrative and do things instinctively and truthfully and without sort of regard to how it's going to come across as a result, rather you're more interested in the experience, you can kind of avoid those pitfalls. And no, I mean, honestly, I've just always kind of done what I'm doing now. I try and align myself with like minds and creative people that feel similar. And we make movies and then we go talk about them. And I think the only time I ever really think about stuff like this is when asked about it. And then you go, well, sure, I can see in a way, if I step outside of my body and like sort of analyze the situation, I know exactly what you're saying. It doesn't take proactive fighting against, I'm very naturally myself. I think it actually has gotten easier or more connected, more with social media. I think I don't have social media in it. Like, yeah, I don't have it. I don't feel like I need to utilize the tool, but the fact that it's there is a really beautiful thing, because if Jean had the opportunity to own her platform, she could have spoken out about what was going on. Rather than be stifled completely and pushed out of her own country. It's that element of social connection and the access that we have to each other and finding our people is incredible. So I think on a certain level it is easier. But, you know, still there are the same difficulties in trying to level with each other. You know, everyone's different, and that's one way the world is, like, complicated. I found such a warm and welcome, like, home here in a creative sense. I don't live here, but like in the States, there is this commodity-driven idea that you sell movies when you're doing press. In France, you don't really sell anything. I mean, these conversations don't feel like promotional. I genuinely feel like we're just talking about a movie that I worked on, and the topic is rooted and grounded. And I love obsessing about movies, and I love being that indulgent. And in this country, there is a culture for that, and it's steeped and it's historical. And so yeah, it's nice to it's really, really nice to come here and really be indulgently obsessed with films, which can seem esoteric and kind of like pretentious in America. Not yet. He keeps saying that we're gonna do another movie, but he also never stops working. He just really pumps him out. I'll remind him that he needs to put me in another movie. Yeah, I just finished adapting a memoir called Chronology of Water that I have not financed yet, but I can assure you I'll be making that movie next year. So yeah, really excited about it.